Mo Salah a player team sheet you didn't ever move first.
And then you
but if it gets to
but
the point
with Mohammed Salah, resource no resource.
So it is not him.
But benching is not the problem.
Resource number. So what are you talking about? You will get to wrong.
Right, yatna say yeba ebe share agudie mu nsem na share agudie mu nsem dia ye share the trending topic I koso me no ka say Mohammed Salah report na actually say wako training grounds akọ ye den utim say ka team na nyasam keto akra or the akopie mu ewo Liverpool training grounds hwe na over the weekend na Liverpool and Leeds United boy na game no dey kokoye say Liverpool share 2-0 and Leeds for no ebe ye tete ma ye 2-2 na Liverpool share the third goal obia nim say o baby during the agbe na Liverpool is winning the game. Liverpool winning game na say bibia akoye ye hu de ye na Leeds United take at 3-3 na after the game na central for akokonsa foi omo the microphone ko gina Mo Salah no Mo Salah kan sam papa say Kamea Kwakwe say there is somebody in the club he wants him out. Somebody wants him out. Just say there is no relationship between a year or no any answer. I say in the past, last season, there was some level of what relationship, but now there is no relationship. And Nina say in the last 4 games, Liverpool for a bench a year a Brantian. Now bench on my bench on almost winning one game pen almost winning out of a year games are almost there. No crown against West Ham. They struggled. West Ham D red card and sana almost to me the one go na there. Akahu. Eti Mo Salah say opeso chese no. Bra wa boy dia ma Liverpool no. Any modern boy na all bono. Ohuni say team ni na nko yi a we all have to take responsibility. Kamea Kwakwe said they've thrown me under the bus. They are scapegoating me, making this seem as if me na me a problem of the team. But omo bench me no. The results they are getting, no. There is a new way, a new different from what so no game anymore. Or there. But no man for a bite, just a man for can one send be a lot of time na do say yes, you try ya doing our hunty. Ibe room. Show no live Sports Arena TV GH Sports Arena GH TV Sports Arena GH TV YouTube na Facebook so no Street is watching so no ubenya videos na bibi aso to me akoye better better my bet na ubetwa bet omo ho na bibi aso no to me ewie pay abita for me anhwe Mo Salah issue no.
Yes, I think Listo with Mo Salah issue, about from different angles. I didn't make us and say we know Liverpool crisis Musesia after winning the league, spending almost getting to 500 million to add players or more say Nyama bitimi akoyi no Nyama nkoyi. And slot a big part to play in this. Last season obi enim so ba nkofo be coaching as the club system at the BJ league no. This season no so betimi moving the team no. From that club system, no maybe an slot type of system, no it's me the AJ League and the Champions League here. But Enyama Nkoyi, after adding some players, and that is where I have a lot of questions. Did Liverpool sit down with a coach? Did they analyze their team? Did they analyze 1 or 2 things and who said, Charlie, this thing we are doing, how would they improve the squad going into next season? The Champions League, how are we improving ourselves? So technically, I think they got it wrong from the onset with their transfers. And in Nyama, they went into the transfer market just to be like bullies. Send your money Newcastle, no one said Newcastle were looking at Hugo Ekitike. Liverpool were looking at Alexander Isak. And they Uto Isak back to Hugo Ekitike. And it was fair, say Umfa Isak in my but what to Hugo Ekitike no. We are some Isak no, and that is what they were concerned about. This season, from their goalkeeping department, Alisson, she's still in post, giving his best. No, defensively they've been poor. Even adding with Milos Kekes and Frimpong, they've still been very very poor. And Oshe center backs now. Uyi as announced, Van Dijk and now Gomez ba kumupra. They wouldn't have anybody coming in unless say Wataru Endo and now Gomez Nebabebo as a center back. A club that won the league last season. They spent 500 million, but you can't see where the money has gone to. And that is something I affect you. I'm going into this season, no being him say Salah wouldn't be the Salah from last season or from previous seasons. Into what should they have done? Salah, in him say Salah no. May man at that level of maybe a Lionel Messi or Ronaldo, but these are players that they are key players in your team.
Yeah.
You need to now find a way that the players can enjoy the game without not putting up a lot of stress, without not becoming a figure for everybody to attack in games. But going into this season, I was thinking that their plan should have been, they should have searched for another right winger and a left winger. They move Salah into that number 10 role. 2 defensive midfielders behind him, on bare attacking, on bare pressing. He will determine the game with his ability on the ball, with his goal scoring. Last season, Nana had assist king in the Premier League, so putting him in that 10 role would have been like a perfect match for him. Since you're a key man, Obe Fidi Isak mo, then they will score the goals. But they went in for Florian Wirtz. Coming into the Premier League, saying that number 10 role. And in the Premier League, it's far ahead of the Bundesliga. Mm-hmm. Bundesliga space womb. First, Bundesliga, now defenders, you're moving now. Now, the likes of Seskumo, Timmy Gine, you know what shot buying nation. The Premier League is different. And I think Liverpool board, and Slot had it wrong. And until Ababe we baby Ababe we ne. I didn't Ababe we hani because Mohammed Salah is feeling say he has been thrown under the bus. He has been the victim. And the Liverpool who are Yembo and Slot din baby. It's a Salah performance no of him. Ushe Premier League, I think as at game week 7, there were statistics going on. Say Salah a complete dribble of only 2 in the Premier League. A player of his caliber that were statistics going around, and as a player and a ninja. And going into the season now, a Liverpool facing crisis no. And Slot teams need to explore. Say only Liverpool but Salah and track it back. Into a good right winger now left winger and beating
has Has he ever been a timer? Mo Salah by Liverpool or track it back? Is he known for that?
He's not known for that.
So why should that be an issue?
But last season, there was this meeting and a communication between Salah and Arne Slot. I don't know how it is, but that information has been rolling around. Say, I want you to give me the goals up front. Mm-hmm. So I don't want you to track back. So this season, I'm expecting the same.
And that has always been Mo Salah.
Yes.
He doesn't track back. And that is the reason why he had an issue with Mourinho. Because Mourinho team, no matter who you are, we a winger,
you track back.
You need to track back. Even Hazard, he had issues there. At some point, you see the almost drifting Hazard through the middle. They wanted Hazard to play through the middle because they couldn't almost to me Lucino. What I said, so almost born in the team, no. Want to mean guys on the bench. And the obviously stand the position. Salah, to me, I search for Chelsea because he doesn't love tracking back.
And any winger, no, the moment you track back, Baku pen a bit me track it back. It use the same energy up front.
And we've never even seen that before. Say, winger or proactive pan or track it back.
Yeah.
William or now you saw about track it back. No. Chelsea supporters no more kind of numbers. They use his numbers against him. Say, as a winger, look at your numbers. But they forget, say, or no so can one and right back, left back for no any the end struggle.
Yeah.
But Mo Salah, he was the reason why no bit to say Trent Alexander-Arnold was always in as much as say no, bad defensively, no. Now he's always exposed because none of fullback winger no and track it back. Yet Liverpool was getting the results from Mo Salah. So that cannot be an excuse now.
No, it's not an excuse now. It's just a discussion they had. And I think going into the season, me explaining now what do you do? Send your Mourinho here, no? You move your key player who will give you the goals, productiveness up front, no, to the middle, less work. Now
Salah, can he play in the middle?
He can play.
I doubt.
I think Salah
the way
can
and
play.
born it, I doubt.
Because
that is
as
why
at
any
now-
of them, no, NUC, no. Any of the coaches NUC
Okay,
through them.
because I think as of now, he doesn't have the enough space. I'll bet me anymore. But going into the issue, I think, say, for me, it was a wrong call by Salah.
saying.
Having the opportunity to go into the media, I wish say I can read some of the comments or state here and how bad I think it was for the Liverpool team as at now. Intimamim just one or two. Baku or kind say I've been at this club, score more than anyone in the generation since I came to the Premier League. If I'm somewhere else, everybody would go to the media and defend the player. I am the only one in this situation. So meaning this is one. Maybe I might be explaining. The next one into any. I had a good relationship with the manager. All of a sudden, we don't have any relationship. I don't know why. It seems to me that someone doesn't want me in the club. That is the second one. And this also says that after what I have done for the club, it really hurts. You can imagine really. I know the club too well. I have been here many years. Tomorrow, Jamie Kaiga is going to go for me again and again. And that is fine. And I think the last statement highlights everything. He knows that what he said wasn't really at that point. And there was another statement that literally he just said, he doesn't need to prove because he has proven from previously. Yeah. He doesn't need to prove to get into anything.
He has earned his position in the team.
He hasn't earned his position in the team. This is a team and they've been players who have played in the team. And they can say a player who has maybe performed so well for an England national team, for the Ghana national team would feel say, I can come into the national team.
Maybe. Let's stick to the Liverpool team because national team there a collapse.
That is a club.
This is the club, right? This is a club. Mo Salah by it from time over by to today. Nobody has outperformed him. Okay. Even other players with the numbers and what he has achieved.
Yeah.
Right. So if you see the point in our canon, he's not saying say match be also selecting me. He's saying say
they are throwing him under the bus.
You cannot throw him under the bus, making him seem as if he is the problem of the team. And he cannot be the problem of the team. When just a season ago, just a few months ago, he scored 34 goals and about 18 assists. So if you feel say at this stage, you think system now Bono will not accommodate, and we've sat here and say what they are doing, they are only decreasing the influence of Mo Salah in a Liverpool team because in the past, the Liverpool Mo Salah powerful in the team in the say. They build a team around him. The striker Bono, almost the striker on your be our pego share, right? Another winger anonymous with defensive solidity. To both Mane will track back and come and do the work. Obi to say Darwin Nunes by you see him someone on the wings or track it back, but Mo Salah doesn't track back, right? They've built a team around him. Then if you think that today you cannot build a team around him, you need to have a honest conversation with a big player like that.
But maybe
you cannot just bench him.
I don't think there's not been any conversation between them.
They've not. That is why he's saying that they've not. That is why he's saying there is no relationship.
But maybe at least this same Mohammed Salah, had a back and forth with Jurgen Klopp similar to this.
Of course, it doesn't mean sir.
And in his previous statement too, he said the same thing, that there's not been any conversation. In a Liverpool, I wish maybe we would have maybe the image to show. In a Liverpool away game against, I think it was against Aston Villa or Burnley, me refer the exact game. Where Klopp didn't in our bench. He was coming in the second half. Salah up to the time of even pager board need to make a change. He was still arguing with Klopp.
You see, as you are making it seem as if say teacher and students.
Argument partner na club na akwakweze. What the matter bench of here as a
that is the point.
That was the case.
No, you are making a mature.
If Mohammed Salah exceptions for Mohammed Salah,
yes,
then we should make exceptions for anybody.
Not anybody.
We shouldn't come again and complain.
Not anybody.
So if the team is losing, the coach believes in you that you can come and make the change.
No. Listen. You see, a human institution. Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Mo Salah, Eden Hazard to Chelsea, Harry Kane to Tottenham Hotspur.
Bruno Fernandes United.
Bruno Fernandes to United.
Yeah.
Your players be one man. Say, person who in free game, you need to have conversation with the player.
So is Mohamed Salah bigger than Liverpool?
He is not bigger than Liverpool, but then he is the bigger player in the team.
No, the statement is if Mohamed Salah is not bigger than Liverpool, then Liverpool can move ahead of Mohamed Salah. And I think...
you are bringing different conversations.
This is not a different conversation.
Moving on.
This is a conversation.
Moving on from Liverpool.
Yes, and nothing will happen.
See,
this is
we are... No, conversation they having. Any debate, conversation they having. Say, Mo Salah, they are Wayama Liverpool. Meba, you can see Meba. You cannot discuss. You cannot discuss the issue without any legacy. Meba,
Liverpool. Ekofa Mohamed Salah free.
Meba, you see Meba nyabotre oba no.
Yes.
And I'm far.
How many
throw him out?
How many clubs would after Mohamed Salah ni period in the Premier League? How many clubs would have gone in for Mohamed Salah?
What are you talking about?
He was
he was a top scorer. How many clubs at that time? How many clubs at that time were looking at bidding for Mohamed Salah?
A lot of clubs were chasing him.
Clubs
No, the thing is,
clubs needing, let's make a check.
The point is that
The club,
even AS Roma now, Fiorentina wanted him. But Chelsea decided
to sell him to Roma.
Chelsea decided to
loan of Fiorentina.
Yes.
No, return.
And Chelsea torn him AS Roma.
Yes.
At that time, now teams wanted him. Teams wanted me, but me see the point.
That teams, man, at the end of the day, he signed for Liverpool.
He signed for Liverpool. He kept me.
And I want to get to the extent. I think I make us say Mohamed Salah to me, fine. A relationship between you and the coach and has broken, or there is no relationship. I get it. It's normal.
Yeah.
We've seen players go and knock the doors of coaches. They don't mind them. I can make a better example on Jose Mourinho. He said there were players at Chelsea. Yebebo. He throw you, I think Mikel Obineye's statement, he throw you into a game and he wants to see you. When you go and you don't perform well, he puts you back. You can't come and knock at his door again. This is the time you are a key player of the team. Van Dijk is a key player of the team. We were all advocates. He said, these are players that contract needs to be renewed. Even at that time, at Liverpool were looking the other way around. But people were advocating.
They earn it.
Maybe.
Why would people advocate, say, almost extend contract? Do you think, say, do you think, say, almost form, no? Na say ya. Uncle Bibeka say, extend contract. They earn on see
England.
Me say the point now, making no. If you don't put that in a proper context, now we open say institution coach na your boss.
No, make us a coach na your boss.
You make mistake.
Make us a coach na your boss. What I'm trying to talk about here is not about Mohamed Salah's comment. It's not about Ancelot's bad performance. What I'm trying to talk about here is basically about communication around the club. So, Ushe Mohamed Salah video ni here. There was this guy behind him on a Liverpool. Remember, it's a media person. He had a yellow tag behind his way. The moment Mohamed Salah started saying that, the reaction, Chelsea said, no, this is bad. But he can't stop him.
Why is it bad? Okay, my reason why Mo Salah cannot come into the media and say, this is the situation.
Listo, Sisiano, if we are working in an organization, things are not going on well. And we feel, say, we are being maybe misunderstood or we are being thrown under the bus. Things are not going how we want them to go. And in the media space, they are painting us in a way, say, we are the problem. As a professional, what is the best thing to do? Even if, remember I say, maybe a supervisor or ahead of your supervisor, there are bigger bots out there. You communicate it. This has been, you communicate to them.
Henry, no, Uncle can't tell the club owner. You know, it doesn't work like that.
No, Mohamed Salah.
In a football space,
Senaye can say Mohamed Salah has the power. He has the influence at the club. he can do something similar.
No, they don't do that. Manager no. He is in charge.
And slot at Liverpool. And now explanation. And slot at Liverpool
charge.
is not a manager or a head coach. He just players. He doesn't have anything to do with sporting directive activities.
Are you telling me, sir? Sporting director said Mo Salah and Mubino. So complaining the man sporting director. Sporting director no call and and say let Mohammed Salah play. No. So you are going to report. You are going to report
to the sporting.
And what would they do?
They will now have a communication where maybe Slot or Salah or what is the problem?
What would that solve? Because the coach. Listen. You see, there be a problem ni FIBA ni say. If Slot as the leader of the team,
yes,
enya as our boss no. Any more Salah trans say this is my decision. This is the way forward because team the way we are not winning games, and I think that I need to maybe coaches tell players they BTA. Was saying Chiwa was the vice captain for Chelsea. He was so ultimate blacklisting just like that. He was the vice captain. Or say we friend at the corner office. Maresca. A friend in the corner office catch and say, system now be burning what you want to do. No. Though you are the vice captain, though you've won the Champions League, though you are the big boy, I think you are not fit for my this thing. And or say or did to though he didn't decision is in a free team. But or agree because the coach has been honest. That is the bottom line. But here is the time the player is saying, say, coach hasn't even given him opportunity for us to talk. And they don't do it that way, say,
I'm not backing Slot. Slot has been the worst man manager in the Premier League this season. I didn't make us say we've seen players come in and you Liverpool fan could see say this player with commitment were high. But next game, the player will be paid. Bench, Chiesa, Endo. These are players that they are suffering because maybe Omuni agent they will call in and add into some player on the bench. And he has been one of the worst man managers. In Senya Oka said he couldn't call Mohammed Salah and have that communication with him. It's on Slot's head.
Yes.
But I am also talking from the player's perspective. Say Mo Salah. Say coach needs me yes, and the coach is benching you, the coach is doing this. Liverpool, as you said, you love the club so much. The club edawa kumaso. Also the fans na kumaso. You don't do something that later would put the club in a bad state. Because I didn't say in a bad state and say, now the statement is around, there is somebody in the club that doesn't want me here. A highlighted statement. Who is in the club that doesn't want you here?
Of course.
Ain't me
Slot. He is taking the decision. He is taking the decision.
And in his statement again, because I'm breaking in statement now. In his statement again, no say their relationship echo. Say Slot, I didn't tell Salah making that statement. So Phyllis say Slot be 3 games here. There would be people questioning Slot in the club. Their game against Inter Milan, he has been taken out of the squad. And it's a big statement from the club. It's a big statement by the coach. So coach after Salah comment, slow when you say, hey, ma make a decision, he wouldn't even do that. But now, me ma umpo metina bench. I'm taking you out of the team. So meaning there are people there, they are not happy with the communication from Mohammed Salah. And to me, Slot and one of the best man managers for me. To say Klopp time no. Slot this Liverpool team, if they don't take the team out of his hand. Obetinya say team no. But I'm not in support of what Mohammed Salah did. I expect you to stand in and fight. Coach in the Utina bench and they or the Utina bench against Leeds. You bisa no. Every question will go on him as a coach. I didn't know the Salah Tina bench and he was giving flimsy excuses. Said they were 2 goals up, no here Salah. When they were 2-2, no Philly said the game was so intense. Not Salah and Timmy Bebo. When they went 3-2 up and they no Timmy for Salah but because they needed to defend and they drew. So put the coach under pressure. Don't come and take some of coach, mismanagement or don't come and adapt those pressure on you. Because we are getting people now questioning you why you made that statement. They are not worried about Coach Benchi, They are questioning the statement you made. One about earning, one about someone at the club not wanting you, one about even his recent commenter Fabrizio Postia was about Wakache and Mama and Papa said they can come to the Brighton game. Or Nims on Pobe started and so on started. But you just go there, give the Liverpool fans a goodbye, no aqua AFCON. Now the attention is on you rather than Iron Slot, which I think Mohammed Salah got it wrong.
Yeah, Charlie, I'm sure.
Yeah, Listo, share for native for you now. I think this is not the first time I play a ever out. About cause such confusion. I see several times in football. And if you pay critical attention to whatever Mohammed Salah said in his statement, one, he spoke about promises. And they almost breaking their promise. And he also spoke about relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And he also spoke about what aiming the sport as a starter.
Mm-hmm.
To be very honest, if you look at whatever has happened, especially for the last 2-3 days in Liverpool, Salah always be a becker because me a PR student and a PR practitioner, and Rebecca said at this moment it wasn't the right time. Be a becker so team no crisis. That one no condemn me that act.
Yeah.
Nobody is obi no person like us, especially all Liverpool fan. And then the who say at this moment a team no struggle for wins a year benching no. All this statement to an pressure has our better team so. But you see, so why a crisis management that? Sometimes you have to take the risk to get the best out of whatever you are doing. You see, first of all, I condemn Salah then, but you see, I feel like
we're condemning the DSSN.
Say, the timing of the timing of the interview, no and then the way
when should he grant an interview like that?
It's didn't make sense. I feel like team pressure with team so currently now. So what's also about another pressure to the team. And you see, first of all, Mohammed Salah is not bigger than the club, but it doesn't mean that if something is going wrong on team Mabeka because he's the leader in the team. You see, watch your Liverpool team now. This season, I'm not benching Salah 2 times. How am I winning? That one was the win against West Ham. And another win against Eintracht Frankfurt. If you look at those 2 games, Liverpool winning here, but yet it didn't solve their defensive problems. And also share Salah statement now. He also mentioned they had an agreement if he can stay off defensive duties, it will be better for him and also for the club. And Yahu since Salah Premier League for the first season. Last season was one of the best ever season. We in the first season, if you are. Last season, the Ojigo King Sansuji Playmaker Award. But he used to outscore the number of goals he scored in the first season. And you look at the Liverpool team. Since almost started benching in the last 4 games, has issue now. People believe that Salah had problem, especially on providing support defensively. As service her issue now. No. Still, Liverpool have been conceding goals. Is he the only Liverpool player the performance are dropping this season? No. Alisson Becker, Virgil van Dijk, why? There's only one player. And at least Becker said he's ahead. Especially in the attackers. And you beat Hugo Ekitike and I want to score Mohamed Salah. Nobody in the team apart from Hugo Ekitike and Ashe Mogo saying Mohamed Salah. Nobody in the team has created more chances than Mohamed Salah this season. And you're more creative player than 100 million. Nobody. And he's the second most player who creating most big chances in the team. Cody Gakpo. And none of these players have, like as a winger, why more takers than Mohamed Salah. So it means that a clear say used to Salah form na they pay. Goals in Salah the more because as a match day 13 this season, na Salah share 11 goals, I share 17 goals. But this season, we share just 4 goals. I provided 2 assists. Fair enough. You can do your data, your statistics and everything, but you see that the whole team, the Liverpool team as a whole, form 9 then at the pay form. So to me, I think that benching Salah for 4 consecutive games means I say, say he's the problem. And in fact, there's no other better winger than Mohammed Salah in the Liverpool team, despite the fact that what they perform. That then I am benchy a friend is Van Dijk. Emmanuel perform from ball. Is because Obiani ho is there any a better winger now? Omu benchy Salah is either from Betts and Eboho and now Zoboslai mo provided defensive shield, but now listen to Liverpool attack ni na for the right, for the left side. Now, since Omu benching, how many goals na Gakpo and now how many games and Liverpool are winning and how many clean sheets have they kept? So it means that he's not Liverpool problem to their defensive issue. But if he's not scoring enough, that is a fair point. But I can say, which of the wingers and what Liverpool are, Omasho go saying. So to me, I think that this was an issue that after the first 2-3 games, no sense coach, but now maybe that promise, if Salah Becca said broken promises, he mentioned that last season when Arne Slot bar Liverpool, the first meeting they had was say, coach, what do you say? Me defend ya, me money your problem. Just give me that trust. I will deliver. And last season, look at the numbers are optimal Liverpool. So yeah, about the following season, then do same coach, unyanya any meeting with the player, they was start benching of 4 consecutive games. Yes,
and it's not like you are not getting the results.
You're not even getting the results you want. So it means that at that moment, nobody feels as who scapegoat to say he's the problem. But yes, still, so Salah wait for 2 to 4 games for people to know that now. Who checking Liverpool fans now? I mean, looks like the majority of them are back Salah because Ubenchini and a Kaosha 5 and I'll keep it clean sheet. And the players now Omobo or Salah position, creative chances, goals that would have been a different case together. So to me, the promises Salah kind because this is a player extending the contract recently with 2 years. Now say no one started benching up because there's no other player or cast whining in the sport and they're clear. It's not like say they have a Mohammed Kudus and they have player about that right and go. All the players are you benchy Salah, you players are more out of position and clear. So to me, Liverpool team need now deep in form. Whatever crisis they are in, they have to solve it. Benching Mohamed Salah and yet the way to solve that defensive problems in this is listed.
Okay. All right. I mean, I think the whole thing, with as a Chelsea fan, I know some of these things. Look, John Terry, Didier Drogba, you can't do this to them. No. When you come and you try to touch them, you will be gone. That coach no grave after Chelsea or call Tottenham.
Andre Villas-Boas. Yes, he occurred because
he wanted to do
that.
But Villas-Boas they used to due to bad performance. Antonio Conte touched.
You see the performance. You see,
it's not about touching. It's about communication. Don't tell me about that moment. Don't know him so what they perform.
Oh yes,
and there was a way
I say Salah need him so what they perform.
But there's no Salah Ben so what they perform.
Antonio Conte Antonio Conte.
Apart from bring a Ben better than Salah. This is Liverpool. Bring the numbers.
Complain is a team need they perform. And how many numbers na Salah what this season?
Antonio,
how many numbers
the difference then say
how many games na Salah started? How many games na Gakpo started? How many games na Isak and Hugo Ekitike started? And how many numbers no more?
The point now you're making and say it's not even about the numbers necessarily. Team ni na performance nenye.
And it's so, from the manager.
And where some all can say they are throwing me under the bus, making it seem as if I'm the problem of the team. That is why I've been benched 4 times without any communication. That is more Salah.
You don't come here asking questions. Say how many say? Make me point. Make sure say. Only one player and Asher goes than Salah this season for Liverpool. And that player is
the team is in bad form.
So don't come and tell me say yes, that is the point.
Bad form. And slot presser. Even these 4 games were benchy Salah. If in the Champions League against Galatasaray or bench Salah, Becca say I'm benching him because maybe the player is this. There.
That be now person obeka. What is that?
So he is on.
You don't need explanation.
You don't need explanation.
Mo Salah. Salah now promise on your moye.
Salah,
you're breaking the promise.
Salah,
do you know the promise?
Salah,
I'm not making promise.
Salah,
is it a marriage?
Salah, a crucial first team player. Crucial first team players. You don't treat them anyhow. Player, Mo Salah, a player.
Club with promises.
Mo Salah, a player. Team sheet. You didn't ever move first.
Okay.
If it gets to the point,
results. So it
is not him. Benching is not the problem.
So what are you talking about? You will get you wrong because the can be answered.
You're not backing and slot here.
Then why are you backing? Then who are you backing?
I'm not backing anybody. As someone person catch the players' communication is poor. Salah will need
what is
communication?
It is something
Salah saying he was being thrown under the bus. Now, no. Isn't he not throwing Ancelotti and Liverpool under the bus?
Of course, yes.
Playing the game.
Our legacy to protect.
He wouldn't play for me again
because you are not
Ancelotti.
What kind of peace of mind?
But he knows
out of the squad.
But do things that Salah that doesn't know the consequences after coming out. He knows.
Because he knows
from now. Club now.
Salah
they are supporting.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Performance of Mohammed Salah.
Yeah, no, say 34 goals.
What are you talking about?
They are say 34 goals.
What's the player did?
But listen to when I start my argument. What did I say? Me condemning the act. Say the timing was wrong. But then
what?
But the angle the player is also coming from. He's right in many ways. Results number.
Chelsea signing decisive. Promises on
what promises? And you play a man promise. Only the he earned it.
Why sending a contract? Why sending a contract 4 times?
This is your chance. What are you talking about? Say promises. Forget. And you play again. Promising. There are players that over starter. There's a reason why Alexander
Isn't the promise?
What a promise. And you play again. Disaster when you promise that.
Point in any say.
When you promise be out.
Point in any say.
What are you talking about? Come and end your sport. You will sign and they will come straight into the team.
Mo Salah extending a contract there 2-3 times. It will Liverpool. Right.
On the one at 21.
He's a big boy. Right. And we all know how players move. When they are at the twilight of their career and you don't treat them in a certain way, they will rather throw out than leave.
Who scapegoat now? That is it.
Yehu Cristiano Ronaldo Cristiano Ronaldo Pep Guardiola said Onhiawa obekacho.
That is what we are talking about.
He will not
broken promises.
He will not
that is the benchmark.
He will not be putting
broken promises
and disrespect you. Edu Onhiano. Etina that Onhiano.
What can
players? Because the communication na breaking down. Person can then. Nipa only need as a coach, head coach. If that's a only player, biggest player, and I say the most crucial player in your team. What does that mean?
There be used to we are taking to say I say my ekano. Yeah, and say I say Salah who are sort of son in the casa on Pesofino.
There be he is saying said there is no communication.
If there is no communication, communication is a two-way street.
What are you saying? O person what you saying? Nipana card say Nipana card.
His communication base no is it based on Mohammed Salah wants to talk to him?
That's that meba the Sassy.
So you say Linus Scaloni can started World Cup.
Now best bench.
Second minute.
Without
communicating. When coaches be bad. So why did Iron Slot when Oba Liverpool? On this Salah didn't come say Salah catches they all agree on something. Now this they're not meba. They're normal. Meba. They be say coach krana e wo honum. They're normal. Meba. Oh, the normal coach aba. Ya coach. Move boys. This three say and you know near can communication you see sometimes to say obi to say Kopama ebi obobo nyama ko coach ni be hu bibi nka say I've seen something Pama go several months without
my cancer obetima fraud na corner office what is it, do you have issue, do you have problem? That coach na can I don't have any problem. Perhaps maybe the system na ebono. I'm still not comfortable. This is how you treat big players. Omo betumi ama wojuma den ayewe. This is how you treat them. So the communication na ye ka no. Enye the normal yaba. There be tactical work ni ade no.
Statement ni say.
They communicate
and slow to. It's when I can't make
so it's the West so who say communication
that time that message out to the media.
Nyabutre Mo Salah se unim na
onpe kasa
meba se unim na meba
onpe kasa
meba nyabutre
unye hwe onpe kasa now who send someone about question me. Ono can grab on Boma Liverpool.
Question based on say when last season time and not upper contract. No, we're seeing social media images without captions. We're seeing informations, decoded messages. Say these are 3 players. Mama a new contract. You need to give us a new contract. When Liverpool formed the DP, he said it clearly, and I stand with what he said. Say Liverpool formed the DP. We've not seen Mohammed Salah even come and speak. Say, Bia. Okay, it's on us as the leaders. This was the player. In Yama time of a contract, Ojime posted picture on Alexander on Van Dijk. Boom, no a jet war. Let fans decode it. Let them talk about it. Let them.
What are you saying?
What I don't social media.
So
nobody is backing him.
Me backing. The reason why me backing is he's a player. He don't talk. He doesn't speak.
Mohammed Salah.
The moment
how many times do we see Mohammed Salah granting interviews? And I post match mix zone. How many times? When was the last time?
The moment
social media.
How many players interview? And he went in. Did they ask him any question?
How many times do you see Salah?
This one because you wouldn't understand.
Obi say Kopama. You don't see him speak on Kasa. It just say everything is going well. If things ain't go well, not obey then obey Kasa, then you know say why endure at the night that Mo Salah, a big player like that, it drew the final year. Season babe end and sign Yaman contract extension. In that sense, disrespect. A big player. Or no better 10 in Liverpool team neni. At a time when Liverpool got 30 good years without winning the Premier League. He came in, he had the opportunity because at that time Roma born and could beat Juventus easily because at that time Juve and Jan and Asopa. He joined a team and now we are rebuilding. He joined the team and ensure say Obe born home day. every season be a double way. Edu the contract renewal. I just say a branch and be kasa. And my supporters Bema and Sunny a man contract extension. Now I fear the natural bench to the extent say coach just communication to the coach in the crown. I be a problem. That Ben and Mo Salah anyway they've gone a season now. Omako season and bad. Season baby. He didn't speak the whole season. No. Season baby. And Obe Posty say, we've had a bad season. See you next year. Next year, no buy Obesha 34 goals and a year way. And slot final season, they wanted to win something. They didn't win anything. Obe Posty picture. I apologize to the Liverpool faithfuls and promise them said the season they will do well. And on making sure say, look at the numbers or the mom. So such a player, right? Now say have a bit do baby no, you're blacklisting no 4 continual matches. And the conversation to the stand say the first say Oma Mekasa say ebia nyama enko ye and kran ye you so de chechire ne kon no. Ye nyina nim say Van Dijk mu ne ko enye onu ko na ye leader of team no. Even McAllister mu nyina no. They are big boys in the way. Konate, they are all big boys anyway. But the captain Van Dijk. Van Dijk ko grantee interview ye den anyway. Even Mo Salah na no etin baby a wo de yapo boy wi a no akwa make sure say be the following match ye be hwe na ye ni no. Liverpool legend extra media space calling out ne nyama. Now if you are calling him out say performance in Koyi into Ombra Mekasa. Now you bench the 4 consecutive times. Now still performance in Koyi. What do you expect? Now when we say now my time here has what elapsed. And for that matter, transfer nebano. Transfer window na the ebano into or per se or who say if Liverpool will choose him or Anslot. Say Liverpool will choose Anslot, he will leave. Sana beya mobile mu team. Say ombe to so or no, then Anslot will leave. The new coach beba oba no believe so Mo Salah nyade no be do be mana kwa then January wa mana koti ade no ye no say o question the time na you are mistaken because o to be ntwa ma transfer window ni closing wie anza na wa be kasa no e was say okazi so one we mefa your friend say Ronaldo oba Manchester so the 2 years first year na no obo goals na nyama koyi no nim say training grounds enye. No, him say in so you ho. Or can I not him because he was playing, everything was going to on a plan. Avedu baby who say no, Charlie. You have a match, I can't 1 minute and yes, me disrespect or the many me FM. I need to leave. The crime is not my first way leave. Let me go out and go and speak. And when I speak, I know say they will allow me to leave.
No, say me problem.
Me problem, no.
There are a lot of things.
You and then and I'm terminating the contract. No, the okoye. Ronaldo Koyen afi akwa ba be nse nsem na no ka nyina na ye no kre. He stood or take sa we no nti players like that no. Look, they will do that. So when how be manage your man, they will make sure so make cause a problem so that you let them leave. Because the contract was sign 1 year. Well, 2 years no sign here. So if 2 years, the next 2 years, no, you be treating the say there. No, or be jumping ship. No, that is how the big players here the anyway. That is why I'm backing him.
Now, listen, senke ya bench no. Ena ya bo ena sa wing and pressure goes. Nobody in the team. Come on, but now we say why in scapegoat and still you're not getting your results. Now
obe throw him under the bus. What I say. So we will see in the coming year. Window no. Now Liverpool will have to choose between the two because they do say who to me have two guys in the same team. It will not happen and it will not work because a relationship has been broken already. No so about say no cry. Now one will have to leave. And why ne believe this is here? I don't know maybe some the next question. Liverpool say same penny for no about be to manim. Coach ye na adwuma wa bench big player who say me untumi bench me now transfer window number who should Liverpool hierarchy choose between Anslot and Klopp? Okay,
now whatever has happened I don't see a Salah problem. Team performance a Slot who has to figure out things. Now say almost Salah on conquer Atlanta match, if they lose they should sack him.
Okay, all right, that is the news here, but it's he's expected to set to be left out of the Liverpool squad Kwaku face Inter Milan. So this is how they work. I would say no more pretty. So it means that how it is going, you know, he will be left out. He will be thrown out of the club. And it happens. Big players, you know, where I'm telling you that Messi crying a coin of us with a fee Barcelona. No? It was in this manner. Perhaps if you are Chelsea now, I'm sure how to maybe Hazard there, and we all agree, say, okay, yeah, money.
Time to leave.
Yeah, money in a wish, and then and coming to pass over Kwakabo Madrid now. Way. I think Edu baby Drogba Nankasa Jitum say I want to leave, and they made him leave. Edu baby John Terry Nankasa agree say I was Nkolani Bede Ebe Bobby and Lampard. So I think that with Chelsea there, I mean, who say any of the big boys?
This one say, big guy. Who they pay for?
Big boy.
Who they pay for?
Big boy.
Who they pay for?
Yes, and when they are doing, and one thing is say, we had Drogba Ekono. Now are you whole Costa? Ubekai. Because Drogba and Yabo Champions League.
It was.
Oh yeah, say after the Champions League, we China.
Yeah.
And we call China. Then almost I didn't buy no all corner. Now striker or the Obogum. Lampard time nothing na Mazaka mono so start it na it appears Cristiano Ronaldo ne we dey na pen na team ni nkoyi still na omo try some escape go to omo John Terry dey na edu ho na ayi baaye no na David Luiz mo ye the air bobola na bibia anya den yi so mahase ne de Mo Salah issue ne be den ebesi e wa hase na me adom ochna ebesi e yakram